And in this episode of Peculiar Destiny, we'll be talking about franchise. We'll be using the few minutes we have to discuss how to use franchise to grow your business. In our previous episode, I've been able to take us on how to achieve your dream business or how to turn your ideas into a great business. If you have not watched that video, I would like you to go down beneath this link at the top of this video to see what we've been talking about in our previous episode. So in today's episode, we will talk extensively, or let me not say really extensively, but very little opportunity we have to raise the foundation on how to actually use franchise to grow and establish your business. And this series, this particular topic, will take us like 2 or more seasons to complete, because I cannot discuss everything in this season. And along the line, we'll also have the part 2 of this episode, which I call, cutting the cost or counting the cost. It's a kind of practical session where we will explain everything in details. Because the purpose of this TV episode is to really be practical in everything we do. So it's not like the normal TV shows you see, everybody will talk and go home and nothing really has been done. So it's going to be a practical session. We will break down everything in detail, what is going to cost you to set up a franchise, who to meet, and how to start, how to go about it. So I want you to stay tuned after these messages, and besides, please, I want you to be very, very attentive and stay behind your telly with your pen and paper, because everything will be explained in details. So like I said, it's a practical session. After the part 1, where we talk in details about franchise, we will move a little bit further to start up something practical. And if you have any question to ask that is bothering you, because we're going to give you assignment at the end of the day, if you have any questions that is bothering you concerning the assignment, you can pop in your question in the chat box below this YouTube video. Welcome back, my viewers. Like I said, we will use this episode to discuss fully what franchise actually means and what is the full meaning of franchise. Now, I'll start to be really, really practical in this explanation. So, when a business organization has a very good product that is working and decide to sell a portion of it or a percentage of it to a prospective investor to start selling such products with their logo and trademark, we call that franchise. Now, technically speaking, franchise is a form of business arrangement whereby the franchisor, who is the owner of the business, decide to sell his business or her business at a certain percentage to a franchisee, for a future or contractual relationship in that business. So there are a lot of things that are involved to make a franchise to be successful. Okay, so you cannot just start up a business and decide to make it a franchise. There are some certain goals, certain principles such a business needs to pass through before you can now make it a franchise. Now, for you to successfully set up a business for a franchise or set up a franchise in your business, first and foremost, your business must be doing well. The products you're selling, the services you're selling must be doing well. That is the number one aspect of it. You must have a product that people identify with, and such a product is being binded or hold firmly by your brand. If you don't have a brand and you think you can just go into franchise, because a lot of people still do that, they still go into franchise even without having a brand. But if you don't have a brand and think you can just set up franchise all overnight, it's not going to work. That franchise will not go a long way. So apart from you having a sound product, apart from you having a product that the market really identify or can easily come in contact with, you need to have a brand that is promoting your business. Apart from having a brand that people can easily identify you with, or your customers can easily identify you with, what the brand help you to market your product very fast. It creates a name for your business. It creates a legacy for your business, because people think making the brand is just, I have a business, let me just come up with a brand. They don't really understand the purpose and the reason why you need to have a brand, or the importance of having a brand for your business. If I should show you a brand of Mercedes-Benz, the first thing that comes into your mind is durability, long-lasting, strength, and what have you. A car that can speed up immediately. So this is what brand help you to do in your business. Apart from people knowing your brand as a very fanciful color or whatever, the brand also help you to sell or market your product very fast. Now the next thing outside branding is you having a very strong Lego structure for you and your franchisee. Over the years, a lot of franchise ceased to exist because there is no strong Lego backing for it. So there is no strong agreement, no strong Lego structure that help to build it up. Now the twist is this: a lot of people do not understand that the Lego structure you have in your franchise goes a long way to really determine how well or how far your business will go. So if you don't have a sound Lego structure, forget about it. And apart from your Lego structure, the next thing that is also very, very important is your plan and your system. As we go on, I will expatiate the importance of having a very strong plan and a very strong system. But before that, let me quickly chip in something to you. If you have a business plan and you don't have a system, you're not going to go far in that business. Welcome back to Peculiar Destiny Business Show. I start by enumerating the 4 mechanisms that will help you to come up with a successful franchise previously, and I want to emphasize or expatiate more on these 4 mechanisms that will help you. First of all, I started by telling you that you need to have a very good brand, have a very good Lego structure, have a very good plan for your business, and also have a very sound business system. Now, I went further to kind of explain the importance of branding, that it does not just only help you for marketing, it also really gives people the legacy of your business, why you are into this business. And I forgot to mention previously that before you go into franchise, you should have a brand as a business owner. And that brand you have as a business owner cannot carry you into your franchise business. When you come into franchise business, it's a different ball game altogether, because you are dealing with wide range of investors, you're dealing with wide range of customers, and other important things are the status of your business being a franchise. A lot of things has changed, so that goes with your brand as well. I also went further to also tell you the importance of having a very good Lego structure. Lego structure is very, very important, and it forms the skeleton of your franchise. A lot of business do exist today or do not exist today because they lack a sound Lego structure. A lot of franchises that are failing today because they do not have a sound Lego structure in their franchise. So it's very, very important. I don't want to overemphasize on that, but it's very, very important you have a sound Lego structure. And the next two important factors we'll be talking about is planning and system. I've been to a lot of business seminars, and I've talked to a lot of people, consulted for a lot of businesses, and I discovered that people only know about planning, they don't know about system. If you only have a plan and you think without plan you can secure funds without collateral from any investor or a prospective investor, that is false. I'm telling you today, things has changed in the business world. A lot of innovations has come in, and that goes with funding. There are a lot of institutions that can fund you without collateral, but there are a lot of milestones you need to cross over or achieve in your business with them. So like I said before, I've consulted for a lot of business persons, and I discovered they only know about planning, and the planning itself is not even fleshy enough to convince somebody that really, if I put my money into this business, that it's going to work. Now, aside planning, the next important thing that back your planning, that give a spinal cord, or call it a spine to your planning, is having a business system. Now, let me technically define the meaning of a business system. A business system is like a set down procedures that really tell a prospective investor to your business, this is how you run your business, and this is how healthy your business is. Now, if you set a target in your plan that you're going to achieve a prospective figure in your plan, what your business system does is this: it exposes the inner structure of your business to the investor or to your shareholders, that really your business is healthy enough and is competent enough to achieve that target. Now, a lot of people, they have wonderful targets in their business, but they don't have a set down procedures, a rule, or an autopilot system that really tells an investor that you can, or such a business can achieve the prospective or proposed target in their business plan. So if you don't have a system, a business system, or a set down procedures that tell people or investors, let me be specific here, that your business can actually attain or achieve a certain figure, then you have not started. You can't really hit that target. You can't get the prospective fund you are requesting for. So if you have a business plan, fine. Now try to add flesh, system, organs to that plan through your business system. Because your business system do not only tell people that your business is healthy and competent enough to achieve the target that is prospected in the plan, but it also tells people that you have capable hands, you have capable individuals working with you, that this is not a one-man business. Now, most business person, the mistake they do in their planning is that they do not tell the investor that this business has a long-term initiative. They only plan for the aim year for like 6 months, 1 year, or whatever. So, but they don't have a long-term initiative. They don't have a plan, let's say 5 years from now. They don't have a plan, let's say 10 years from now. And also, businesses do evolve. Now, in that their plan, they cannot also present the investor or people that want to do business with them that they have prospects when there is an involvement in the business in the business environment. So, but if you have a business system, your business system will not only tell the world that your business is healthy, it will also tell the world that you have capable hands working with you, and you have some serious long-term initiative in your business. So the business system help to tell the world that your business is not just lively, but it's competent enough, like I said. So having a business plan is one thing. Now, to achieve that plan, you need to have a system. Now, these are the four most important things four most important mechanisms that can help you to really actualize your franchise, your brand, to back your products, and having a strong Lego structure to really form the skeleton of your business franchise, and also having a very strong and workable, attainable plan business plan. And apart from having that, you need to also have a business system. I cannot overemphasize the importance of these four models, these four mechanisms that will really help you to build a successful structure. So it is very, very important. If you don't know how to come up with this, you need to meet a business expert that will help you to attain this. And the importance of having a business franchise is very, very important. Now, let me take for instance, if you're being asked, why do you want to go into franchise? What would be your initial reaction? That brings us to a very important segment that I want to talk about now. We want to talk about why franchise came into existence, and I will give you some history lessons from now. So let me start by saying that before the 17th century, mid 17th century, that's 1840s, when franchise actually started in America. Franchise had been in existence in the Western world, in the Kingdom of France. That word franchise is a French word, and it has been in existence from the 15th, 16th, 17th centuries. So it was not actually started in America. It was the European guys, the European business moguls, specifically the Germans, that took franchise into America. A lot of people believe that about Singer, the inventor of Singer sewing machine, was the brain behind franchise. I won't blame them if they have that idea, but sincerely speaking, franchise has been in existence before Singer actually used it to market his product. Now, like I said before, in the Western world, specifically France, they were using it to give rights to citizens in the area of coordinating the markets, constructing roads. The brewery makers, they use it to actually sell their brews. The actual industry that really brought, the actual country that really brought franchise into US to what you and I know today are Germans. The Germans that brew the ale drink, ale as in ALE. So they brought it into America in the mid 1840s to what you and I know franchise to be today. Now, those franchise business approach, or franchising, let me use the word franchise industry, has metamorphosed, has evolved to something different from the mid 17th centuries when it came into America to the 18th century, 19th century, and the 20th century. So it has evolved from the old ways it used to be to something very, very unique and wonderful today. That brings me to something very, very important as well. A lot of people today, when you talk about franchise, they think it's all about fast food industry, but that is wrong. Any business can really start up franchise. If you are in the furniture making industry, if you are in the hotel industry, if any business at all, the most important is for you to come up with a sound business model that will help you to really establish this franchise, and that will also help you to grow and brand your business in a specific industry. So, like I said, franchise is not for fast food chain. is not secluded to a certain industry or a certain business at all. Anybody, even as a carpenter, as a mechanic, anybody can set up a franchise and use it to grow his or her business. So the major purpose of franchise is for growth and establishment. If you have a sound idea, if you have a product that is selling in the world today, if you have a product that is selling in your industry, the easiest and smartest way to grow that industry is through franchise. Secondly, another purpose of bringing franchise into your business is to be able to raise funds very smartly and without hitch from your investors. And let me tell you something, if you have a very sound product that is working, a very sound product people can easily identify with, raising funds won't be difficult for you. Let me give you an instance. By the grace of God, 3 years back when I started Investors Magnet, when I was just writing the book, I was opportune to be present in one of Victor Hassan's recent program in US, and by the grace of God, he is my mentor and also my business partner. Then I started writing Investors Magnet, and I was thinking how I'll be able to market this book, make a name for it, make it a best-selling author today. Then I've written 5 books which I have not really sold, and the idea of franchise didn't come in. I just wrote the book and I have not really sold a lot of copies out of it. But until I met this guy 3 years back, where he specifically taught us how to use franchise to sell your book or sell anything you want. Now, there is one remarkable thing I discovered. Mark and Jack Canfield, they come up with the chicken soup, so you and I know today. 4 years prior to the time Chicken Soup became a best-selling author, they've been turned down 4 times from all the publishing house. But as time goes on, they came up with a business model. When they now self-publish the book, they came up with a business model that really helped them to sell chicken soup for the soul today to over 165 million copies all over the world. And Chicken Soup today is in 57 languages. Now, like I said, I discovered something remarkable. They came up with that product. They have a brand. They came up with a sound Lego structure. And today, anywhere you are in this world, Chicken Soup. The book Chicken Soup for the Soul is the best-selling author today, the best-selling book in the whole world. And I'm yet to see a book that will outsmart that book. And when I introduced this model to my Investors Magnet, and this is 3 weeks down the line when I first published my first product in Investors Magnet, we've been able to sell about 20,000 copies just 3 weeks down the line. And we have about 1,500 entries just yesterday. This is the 8th of July, yesterday being the 7th. We have about, just yesterday alone, we have about 1,500 entries. And Investors Magnet is just only in 10 different languages. And by January, we intend bringing in 50 more languages, making it 25. So why am I telling you all these things? I'm just trying to give you an instance of what having a sound business model, or why you need to why you need to go into franchise. Personally, I wouldn't have attained that number on my own. No matter how I promote it on the internet, no matter how I spend money on my advert, it's not about the advert. There are a lot of secrets involved in marketing a particular product. Now, like I said, in franchise is not secluded to a particular industry. Any product, anybody, any marketer can can go into franchise and have a successful business. Let me give you another instance again. One of my clients that is into auto sales in UK, he attended one of my seminars here in UK and came to me. That was a year back. He met me. He said, "This is what he's into. Is it possible for him to go into franchise?" I said, "Fine, you can do it. Is you having a very strong concept for your business." And like, why I'm telling you this is this: you don't even need to produce a product on your own before you go into franchise. Even as a salesperson, even as a marketer, you can have a very good concept for your business, have a very good idea, and design a franchise for it. It's just about having a very sound business. So he came to me. He has been in this business for like 3 years or plus, and on average in a year he sells about like 20 or 25 cars a year before he met us. And when he came up with his business idea and everything, I called my lawyers, called my experts. We came up with a mechanism for him. We came out with a structure for him. We did not only end up in building a business plan for him, we also built a system for him. We came up with a brand for him. We changed everything about his brand entirely. The old brand he was using could not entertain the prospect we have in his franchise. So, like I said before, remember he was selling about 20 cars on annual basis, an average of 20-25. After we came up with a franchise, right now, as I'm talking to you, the guy has about 10 other businesses under his franchise. And something that he was able to attain for a year, there was a particular day he called me on the phone. He sold like 23 cars for one day. This is driving me to somewhere. He sold, remember, this was somebody that sells like 25 cars annually on the average, but in a day he sold 23 cars. Just one day, not 2 days. One day he sold 23 cars. That brings me to something very, very important: the power of networking, the power of expanding your profit, the power of expanding your business performance in the market. That is where franchise comes in. Remember, we've just cited 3 important things why you need franchise. For fund, being able to raise funds for your business. For growth and establishment. Now, the power of compounding your profits. This was a guy that sells like 23 cars in a year. 23 to 25 cars in a year. But in a day, he sold 23 cars with his with his franchise network. And another good thing that franchise does is this: it brings you in a good front before any company. Let me take, for instance, you are into sales and marketing, and a company comes up with a product, and you have a very good fit in marketing product. You have an immediate attention and preferential treatment than any other person that comes in. These are the importance of why you go into franchise. So the purpose of franchise is not secluded to the fast food chains alone. It's all the industries put together. In US alone, the franchise industry is worth $10 trillion. I don't mean 10 billion, I mean $10 trillion. This report came out like 2012, 2011. But right now, US has exceeded that target. Now, this franchise is also very, very important to them in their Hollywood industry. It's very, very important to them in their hip-hop industry. Have you ever asked yourself why once a movie debuts, it's on its day of, the first day it debuts, it sells to like at least 150 million people. This is the power of franchise. So any business can inculcate franchise, can bring in franchise into its system for growth, for establishment, for fund, for compounding your profits. It's just like repeating the process over and over again. And like I said before, there are 4 mechanisms that help you to be successful in franchise. And what are those 4 mechanisms? You need to have a strong brand. your franchisees can identify with. You need to have a strong Lego structure. You need to have a very feasible and workable plan. And above all, you need to add flesh to your plan by having a sound business system. I won't be able to discuss all these things here. In a subsequent episode, we'll go far by treating this in details. Now, this brings us to a very important segment, the counting cost effect, the counting cost session. This is very, very important. In this session, we will try to be very, very practical, and in the process I will do this. Hello my people, welcome back again to Peculiar Destiny Business Show. This is counting the cost session where we try to make it a bit practical. Now, what will it cost you to come up with a franchise? Here in UK alone, from my experience with people, it costs between £14,000 to £15,000 to come up with a very successful franchise, depending the lawyer you meet. But on average, it's going to cost like £13,000 to come up with a successful franchise. In US, with the companies that have been able to do it, deal with, it costs between the range of $25,000 to $28,000, and whatever successful franchise you were able to come up with, at the end of the day, you can sell this franchise between $50,000. I'm calculating it in dollars now. You can sell it between $50,000 to $100,000. I hope that does not scare you. Yeah, like I said, a franchise that you're able to open with $23,000 to $28,000, you can sell it up to $50,000 or $100,000, depending how your business is doing in the market, or depending the kind of services you have in your market. But like I said, we are going to be very, very practical, and it is my dream to help a lot of people achieve their purpose in business. I've been doing that for the past 8 years, and I thank God so much for how far He has taken me to. This year, our target is 10,000, to raise 10,000 businesses. We've been able to hit 6,000 going. We've been able to hit 6,800. That is 7,000 down, almost 7,000 down the line, and we have like 3,000 and 6 months to go. We can still hit that before the end of December. But like I said, the purpose of this show is to help you to be able to achieve your success, achieve your purpose of going into business. So I'll try to break it down in such a way that it will be cheap for you. First and foremost, there's nothing wrong you having a business or trying to go into a franchise. Like I said, you need to have the 4 basic mechanisms that will help you to be successful in this business. First and foremost is to have a good brand. You're going to start with a brand. The brand is the definition, the meaning, the legacy you have, you attach to your business. What is that legacy you have for your business? That is number one. That will determine the kind of brand you have in your business. I want you to start working on that. That is the number one assignment I'm giving to you. What is the legacy, or what is the purpose you are into that particular business you want to have a franchise for? That's number one. Number two, what kind of Lego structure do you have for your business? Do you have any sound Lego structure for your business? If you don't have, how do you go about it? I know to meet a business lawyer here in UK costs between £1,500 to £2,000, depending the lawyer you meet. But I have wonderful friends that can do that for you at a very giveaway price, even like £500. They can do it for even £200. These are lawyers who understand the purpose of Peculiar Destiny and Favor Group being in business. So they are working with me. We can even do that for you at the rate of £200. But for you to meet a lawyer outside our business, or you somehow meet them one-on-one, sorry, they will charge you professionally. They will collect nothing less than £1,500 from you. Now, apart from that, this is where I come in, because that is my area of specialization: planning and business system. Now, for me to come up with a sound plan for you, the first question I will ask you: what is your prospect in 5 years from now? What is your prospect 3 years from now? Or what is your prospect 10 years from now in that business? Investors, they do not readily identify with a business that do not have a long-term initiative. And also, investors do not readily identify with a business that do not perform when the owner is not there, or when the workers are not there. So that's where system comes in. The system, call it an autopilot operation or whatever. It's a process, it's a procedures that once you put into place, your business will be running on it and become successful. That's where we come in: the plan and the system. Now, here is your assignment. Number one, like I said before, what is the legacy for your business? Why are you in business? Why are you doing what you do? That will help you to come up with a plan. Number two, what are the legal issues that you want to introduce your business, or where lawyers can help you? I want you to write all those things down. Number three, what is your plan? What is your long-term view or long-term initiative for your business? What are your prospects like? What are the targets you have? Number four, how are you going to achieve them? Who and who are you working with? Do you have the workable hands? Do you have competent hands to work with, that will work with you and achieve such targets? And how healthy is your business? That brings us to the final session in this show, and it's very, very important. I love being practical in this show as much as I can. Before you go into franchise, your business must have a track record. You must have a sound and a healthy record. That does not mean if you fail or your business is owing or anything that we cannot take care of it. Now, the question I will always ask you: when you run into debt, how do you take care of it? We are all here to help ourselves. People can do mistakes and they don't know how to correct it. That's where we come in. That does not mean if your business is not really doing well, but at least for the past 3 years, you should be making profits, if not breaking even. These are some of the things we look out for before we cannot think of coming up for a franchise with you. So that is very, very important. Your business must at least be 3 years old and have a good track record, without which we cannot do anything for you. So do this assignment. Pop in any question you want below this chat box, below the chat box in this video. We will be ready to answer you. I will give you my email address and my Facebook contact, even my Facebook page. I'm purely into business, and whatever I update in my Facebook page is purely business. So I want you to like the page and be attentive to what is going on there, because we pass across important information to my clients and to my people. So do this question. If you like, attend to this assignment. If you want to show me, fine, but I just pray you be sincere to yourself, because that sincerity will help us a long way to know how we can help you. Like I said before, our target this year is to set up 10,000 businesses, and with the help of our partners both here in UK, Nigeria and in US, we've been able to build close to 7,000, specifically 6,800 something businesses. I still have like 3,000 down the line. We want you to be part of this. We want you to be part of this revolution that is going on in the business world. That's why we are doing